if y'all are hardballing, don't lower your standards and be upfront about what you want because, time is precious and you don't want to waste it dating someone that wasn't your match in the first place.
What the is going on?
I like to party.
Jesus, honey, wax much?
This is Unwaxed
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
with Sophia and Sistine Stallone.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the
Unwaxed podcast with your favorite sisters, Sophia
and Sistine. You guys,
what is happening, Sistine?
this feels weird. If you're listening to the podcast right now, you're probably wondering why Sophia's audio sounds drastically different from my audio.
Different as in better. Because
Well,
who's using a fake mic that's not even attached to the computer?
you guys, Sophia jumps on this Zoom call. By the way, we're recording today's episode via Zoom because she's in Florida. I'm in Los Angeles, which we will explain very soon. But she comes on looking so professional with this gorgeous blue microphone. And I thought, well, I need one too to look like a professional podcast host. But mine's not even plugged in, and I'm still talking into it as if it's a working microphone.
No, and the best part, Sistine, is you think you're the only fraud in the group. I'm currently sitting in Mom's bathroom while you're actually having beautiful lighting. I can't find a room to sit in. So I'm in the bathroom. There's a shower over there, there's a closet over there, and we're just making what works.
The acoustics sound great for you, though.
They probably do. Do I sound great? Do you hear me?
You sound like you're echoing in a cool way,
Kind of like,
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Well, so as Sistine said, I'm in Florida, she's in LA, and it's kind of a rarity to be apart for this long, and I think we weren't planning on not seeing each other for like 2 weeks.
No. Sophia pulled the rug out from beneath me to say, in less of fewer words, I wasn't expecting her to be apart from me. We spent the holiday in Florida, and we were supposed to continue our New Year's plans together elsewhere. And Sophia goes, psych, I'm staying here. Peace out. Have a good time.
Okay, I wish that it was that easy, and I just randomly was like, all right, Sistine, screw you, screw this. I'm staying in Florida. No. But I'll get into exactly why I ended up not going with you. But we spent, New Year's apart. Sistine was in Sun Valley with her boyfriend. And we can get into that because if you guys know us, we don't ski. We don't know snow. I don't know the last time either of us have actually been in snow.
Yeah.
And I was in sunny, humid Florida with Sylvester and Jen. So that was, and no one else. Like, I didn't have Scarlett with me. It was me and the dogs. And so,
yes.
I kind of want to get into actually, if I didn't really ask you exactly what you ended up doing in Sun Valley. Like, how was it? How was New Year's? How was it different from LA?
You know how we always say that we manifest things too hard sometimes, and then they come true, and we're like, we didn't mean it. It was a joke. When I put skiing on my vision board last year, I didn't think I would actually go skiing. Now, in theory, dressing up to go skiing and putting on a onesie and wearing little earmuffs, like all of that sounds really cute. But there's nothing cute about -4 temperatures, which I was in.
No, and this is the funniest. Wait, so see, the funniest part is we in Florida before she left, we looked at what the temperature was, and we were like, okay. Sistine's like, it's 14, fine. And then goes Sistine, scroll down. What does it say next to feels like? And she said it felt like -1.
No, but see, when I got there, it was a high of 2 degrees. So this is a girl who doesn't even own a full-length t-shirt. I only have crop tops. So now I have to figure out how to bundle, how to layer, how to go skiing with a group of people that are actually really good at skiing. So that was also another thing that I was so nervous about was not only am I trying to impress my new boyfriend, right, and his friends at skiing. I'm trying to be able to keep up with people that know how to do it. And I haven't seen snow in 10 years, let alone skiing in 10 years.
No.
And so they were so sweet. They actually, it was really embarrassing. Right when we got to the mountain to do the first run, they go, Sistine, why don't you go on the bunny hill just to get your feet warm?
That's a good idea. I by the
I'm
way,
like,
think they should. Yes, you
no,
should
it's,
be on the
but I don't think you understand. I thought it was a little bit steep, a little bit hard. It was at like a 1 degree angle. It was almost a flat surface. It wasn't even a hill. And I was going up this little conveyor belt, right, on my skis to go up this tiny mountain. And in front of me, there's a toddler. And behind me, there's a toddler. And then there's me in the middle. And no, it gets worse. As if I'm like crying, 'cause it's so funny. As if that wasn't embarrassing enough. And they're all standing there laughing, watching these toddlers go whip down. I start to slide backwards on the conveyor belt. And I'm starting to slide into all these toddlers. And it's becoming a domino effect of me hitting a toddler, then the toddler hitting another one, then another one. And I'm
Stop.
ruining the entire line. And the little kid behind me is like, stop hitting me. And it was just, I was like, I've never done this before. Give me a break. So anyway, I crushed the bunny hill. We go up, and I was actually very impressed with my skills. I only fell like 3 times.
That's not
Um,
bad.
but but then I got cocky, which is something I need to work on because I think that I can do more than I can. And then I started going down way harder mountains to keep up with them. And I literally had to slide on my ass like all the way down because I could not do it. It took me about 35 minutes longer.
Do you
Yeah.
think you got better though?
I'll tell you this. I don't know if I got better. I'm just proud of myself. Um, but I don't need to do it again. Like I'm good for the next 10 years.
Gotcha.
I don't
Gotcha.
know. I totally respect and admire people that are like, I'm a skier. But extreme sports to me is not a vacation. You know,
Not
if you
our
have to wear
thing.
a if you have to wear a helmet to have fun, that's not my version of fun. You know? Like,
That's fair. That's fair. And
yeah.
how was your New Year's though? Did you do anything fun? How was you had a New Year's kiss, I'm
I'll
assuming?
tell you. Yeah, you know what? I was such New Year's to me, I thought was so overrated. Sometimes I still think it's overrated, but I think now that I'm in a relationship, maybe I was just bitter because I wasn't in one all these other years.
Right.
And being in a relationship on New Year's just hits different.
Does it?
Like having a New Year's kiss and doing the countdown with someone, it's kind of like a movie, you know?
Oh, were you guys like hanging out together with a big group of people? Was it at a bar? Was it at home?
No, it
Was
was
it?
just our friends. It was really intimate, but it was so sweet. And it was just fun. Like everyone around us was fun. And I don't know.
No, New
This
Year's does
this
hit
year,
different.
yeah.
It does. When you have a relationship too, I feel like, I mean, for anybody, I mean, I don't know if I get sentimental during New Year's or something, but I know that when the countdown happens, you're just like, okay, it's a whole new year. Not like, oh, wait, this is the stupid thing is like, you can kind of feel like that any day, really, like if you wanted to start something new.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something to be said about it being New Year's. It's like 2022, like what's gonna happen
Yeah.
this time? Because you think about you this last year, so different to where you are right now,
Oh my
you
God.
know?
Can you like think back, Sophia, to how you were in January last year,
I actually don't
as
even know
opposed to
how I
January this year?
can't
No,
remember.
seriously, you can't even remember. And that's
No.
actually an important lesson I think we should pick up on really quick. Sometimes when we think we're going through something in our life that seems so overwhelming and that it's gonna be the end of our world and it's just soul crushing and it takes over every single cell of your body. But then you fast forward a few weeks, a few months, and then even a year, and you're like, I don't even remember what I was feeling, what I was so upset about. I mean, I remember I was having mental breakdowns left and right last January, and I couldn't even tell you what one was about.
Me neither. I can't even tell you who I was talking to, who my friends were, like where I was living. I really just can't remember any of
I
that.
can't remember
And
it. Okay, so
that is
I want to
important to say.
hear about your New Year's. I want to hear about also, okay, why don't we start with why you decided to stay
hmm
in Florida?
Okay, so it wasn't because I just randomly was like, I don't want to go, and I never wanted to go in the first place. Like, I want to experience all of these new firsts with Sistine. Like, I think it's been really fun. Like, I hear about our parents doing these like cool ski trips or like
Hmm.
growing up and things like that. So that's all I really wanted to do was get to experience that with her. But I don't know if anyone else also feels a hammer getting pounded in their head, aka migraines. And that's what I was experiencing towards the end of the end of the year. So I was just getting hot flashes at night. I was getting severe migraines where poor Sistine was taking the butt of it. Because if you guys know how migraines feel, you feel like you are in your own personal hell. It is just the worst. And so I made the decision that if I was going to have all of these migraines and I couldn't sleep and I was not feeling great, that I wouldn't want to put that on anybody. And especially my sister who's getting to have this really cool experience with their boyfriend. I'm like, you know what? It's healthier for me to stay home and be with parents, which I still love Florida. So it's nice to be here with them. But then, I gonna have to miss out on something that I definitely had FOMO. I definitely had FOMO. There was times I
You
faced ecstasy. I'm
did?
like, yeah, are you kidding? Like, just because I'm here and I know some people here and it was easier to acclimate doesn't mean I wasn't like, oh shit. Like, yeah, of course, I've been wanting to go to Sun Valley with you guys. Like, right when you told me about it, I was like, let's go. I like
You
gave you
were
my ski
missed.
clothes.
You were definitely missed.
That's okay. But it ended up actually being really nice. As you can see, I'm tan and blonde. I mean, not the lighting in the room is the best, but it's been good. I spent a lot of time with mom and the dogs, and I just love Florida. I don't know if she feels this way too, but when we are here for a long period of time, we look awesome. I don't know if it's the humidity, if it's the tan, if it's the ocean. I don't know what it is, but for my New Year's, I went to an event, like a small thing with my parents. And then I just went to dinner with some girlfriends and we went out for a hot second, but it wasn't like anything different, but it was really fun because um the group was really fun. And you know how we always say that nothing's fun unless you have a really good group of people that are they're in it. They're like, we want to have fun, we want to go out, we want to make this a really good time. And so yeah, I get a New Year's kiss? No. Did I have the opportunity? No.
No.
Did I even get to kiss my friend? No. What did I kiss? I literally
Your
poured myself.
hand.
No, I like took a shot and I was like, Happy New Year, bring it back. Let's single again. But
That's okay too.
I loved it. It was not a bad New Year's, honestly. I was worried that it was going to be shitty, but I did go to an event with my parents where I was bullied there.
Okay, yeah, you called me and you were freaking out about this.
Yes.
What
Okay.
happened?
Let me explain what happened, y'all. I go to this small dinner gathering with my parents, and it's their friends that are hosting it. And I don't know anyone at this place. And I don't know the kids, I don't know the adults, I don't know anybody. And so I get placed at a table with kids, quote kids. They're all like 25 to 35.
Wait, let's break that down really fast. How do you feel still getting sat at the kids' table?
I don't know. Well, actually, you know what? This time it was fine
I love
because
it.
no, but it wasn't a kids table like 12-year-olds. It's kids table, the kids of the parents, whatever, you know? Where did you go?
I'm getting the water.
Oh, okay. Because people are probably watching this going, where did she head out? Yeah, so is that the Jello shot from Halloween that I made?
Would
If
it
you
be
guys can
so
see this,
would it be so
if you,
disgusting if I tried some of this old Jello shot from?
I don't think it'd be horrible. You can try it a little bit if you want to try it. Oh God. So if you guys are not watching this on YouTube,
Yeah.
Sistine just found an old Jello shot, actually a syringe, in the refrigerator. So that's cool. That means we haven't cleaned anything
Continue
out.
as you were saying.
Yeah, let me explain the story because this is also it includes the podcast. So I sit at this table with 25-year-olds and 35-year-olds, and I don't know any of them. I'm sitting next to this one guy. I don't really know him either, and no one's really talking. And I get there to the table, and I'm like, you know what? They all know each other. They don't know me. Maybe they're sussed out, but I'll be the happy-go-lucky girl. So I go up and I go, "Hi, I'm Sophia." I'm shaking everyone's hand. No one's giving me their name. It's like, "Hi." It's like that. You know when you say, "Hi, I'm Sophia," you should say like, "Hi, I'm Brittany," or something like Aaron. No, there was just hi. I was like, okay,
Wait, how many people were at this table?
a good like 12. It wasn't a
Do
small table.
you Went out of your
I
way, made you around to all 12 people.
well, I stood at my chair and I like shook the people that I could reach around me, and the ones
Mm-hmm.
across I like waved. I was like, "Hi, hi." And so I sat there, no one's really talking to me. And this guy looks at me and he goes, "What do you do? Like, what are you doing in LA? Like, where do you live?" And I kind of explained it to him. I go, "Oh, I actually have a podcast, Unwaxed, with my sister." And he goes, "What do you talk about?" And I go, "Oh, I talk about confidence. I talk about mental health. We interview people. We talk about dating and first dates." And he goes, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa. You guys have a dating podcast?" And I go, "Well, no, not necessarily a dating podcast, but I have a and we do talk about first dates, like what red flags, all that stuff, just for fun." And he literally stops the table as they're all trying to eat, as they're all talking, goes, "Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone." By the way, I already know the vibe. No one likes me here.
No,
"Hey,
he
everyone."
doesn't.
And says, "This is Sophia, and she has a podcast where she talks about dating. So why don't we all listen to Sophia right now, and she tells us what we should look out for red flags, what we need to do
No.
better." And no one says anything. And I look at this guy and I go, "Hey, hey, you're putting me on the spot here a little bit, and I don't claim to know anything. I just talk about my horrible first dates." And the guy next to me on the other side goes, "Yeah, let's talk about how shitty men are." And I go, "Oh my God, do I have, like, if I was gonna have haters, like a group of haters on like what's that page that we look up that you can find any
Reddit?
Reddit? If I was gonna have a hate group on Reddit, they're the leaders of this." They did not like me. And the girls are looking at me in the most, guys, imagine Gossip Girl. Everyone's dressed like Gossip Girl. And imagine the glares that they can
Oh
shoot at you.
no.
It was
Oh
that. And
no.
I get up and I go, "You know what? If you eat sushi and that's your favorite, that's a red flag. Good night." And I walk away. I don't say that, but I go to mom and dad. I'm like, "You guys, I gotta turn this night around. This is not my crowd. I can't keep doing the like pony
Wait,
show
that's
for them."
why would they just come at you like that?
You know what? I don't know. And this is the thing. I called Sistine and I was really upset. Like, I was
Yeah.
really, really upset because, first of all, it's embarrassing that you're shitting on me in front of people I don't know. I know you guys think I'm like, I can be a bulldog with some things, and Sistine and I don't mind calling each other out, but I really do get sensitive about things where it comes to putting the tension on me and it's like a negative light. Also, you're shitting on something that we've been working hard at for a year and a half, and making fun of it. And just because we talk about dating, they automatically think I'm like I don't know, like a
Well,
hater on something.
why do you think they were being so maliciously rude for no reason?
I don't know. I don't know if it was because I'll be honest, like I didn't walk in thinking I was like cooler than anything. I never walk. You
No,
can.
no, no. It's not about
Oh,
how
okay.
you
What do you
walked in or
mean?
how they perceive you. Why do you think that they would just do that to a girl that they don't even know?
Maybe jealousy or insecurity. I don't know if I mean, I was pretty confident that night. I like worked hard on my putting my outfit together, my hair and makeup. I don't know if the girls just girls being girls and they were trying to compare and they just didn't like me on that. And I don't really know where the
Hmm.
guys' animosity came from, which was really odd. Um, but I don't know. It was I walked into the room and I'll just be honest, like it did not feel good. Like the vibes were not
Mm.
there, if that makes sense. So yeah, it was just weird. And I was just I didn't even go back to the table. Like I walked out and I left and I went to a restaurant and met up with girls and had a good time. So
Okay, so you turned the night around though. That's good.
yeah. Yeah.
And I'm happy to see that you're hanging out with a bunch of cool people and really nice girls. And what do you think? Because I feel like you're more social there than you are in Los Angeles. Like, what do you think the big difference is
Oh
between the
yeah.
two?
Because I want to get your opinion on this since you've lived here with me. Um, and I actually had this conversation with mom about people on the West Coast versus the East Coast and uh the way they go about going out or the way they socialize and communicate and whatever it is. And I've just seen since living on the East Coast more that people are just very direct and they want to hang out with you. Like people want to go to dinners all the time. People want to go take walks. They want to meet up with you for lunch or coffee. And
Mm-hmm.
when they say they want to meet up, they do it. They follow through. They don't just say like, let's do it, you
Yeah.
know? And I feel like, and you can say this, you can answer this too, is when it's the West Coast, I feel like you hear it, but no one actually follows through. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get anywhere.
I am a prime example of that person who I really do want to hang out with you. So if I say, Sophia, let's go get a coffee, I would love to catch up with you. I really do mean that. But then the idea, the execution of actually getting ready, going out to get coffee, finding parking, coming up with conversation, it's not that hard when you're actually there doing it, but the
Mm-hmm.
whole process to get there gives me such weird social anxiety. And then I'd rather just say, oh, screw it, I'm not going to do it at all. And I don't feel like getting coffee anymore. But then I get sad because I think I missed out on an opportunity where I totally agree. I think that East Coast people, this is my theory. I think a lot of East Coast kids uh, grew up going to boarding school because that was
Mm-hmm.
very popular in the East Coast and still
Yeah.
is. And so when you're away from your home and you spend so many years, relying on friends and classmates that you're living with full time as like your new sort of family and home, you have to force yourself to be social and follow through with plans, or else like you're going to be left in the dust. Whereas in
Mm-hmm.
LA, I think a lot of people are more comfortable and coddled and okay with the idea of being alone or just with your family, or
Yeah.
maybe, I don't
No,
know.
by the way, that's exactly what I said to mom. And I was thinking, I just think that they're just more social people. They're just more people that are okay with, yeah, leaving the house or not. Because in LA, our house is our sanctuary. It's like, and also, I would say the nightlife in LA isn't necessarily one you want to go out all the time to. Like the
Hmm.
restaurants, even too, it's kind of a hassle to get somewhere when even if it's Florida or New York or whatever, it's a taxi ride away, it's a walk away,
Yeah.
it's 2 seconds away. And so it's been nice being here because I'm constantly getting asked like, hey, let's go get lunch, let's go get coffee, let's go get dinner. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, sure, I'll say yes. And then they're like, no, 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 like what time? Like, wait.
Well,
Okay.
don't
Like,
get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable,
no, no,
sweetheart.
no, no, no. I miss
Your
you.
ass is coming right back home. All
No,
right.
I miss you. I miss you. I actually really, really do miss you.
We have lots to do in
We
LA.
do. We got
We
a
have
lot of
lots
things
to
coming up.
do.
I think if there's some news I actually haven't even told you that's coming up. That's
You know
positive
what
news.
I'm so excited for?
What?
We actually have a lot of things coming up in LA that we should talk about, but I'm so excited. I have so much gossip and just tea to tell you. And
I so gossip.
I don't want to do it on FaceTime. I so badly want to get dinner with you, drink a cocktail. Oh, wait.
You know where we do
Don't
this?
kill me. Don't kill me. No, no, no. Don't kill me. I decided to do sober January. No drinking. All of January. What do you think?
Have you started?
Yeah. But okay. So I'll tell you why.
Sistine, do you know why I'm pissed?
Because we're going to the
Because
Kings game.
yeah, so for Sistine's birthday or Christmas present, I got her tickets on the ice and at this really cool restaurant downtown to go to a Kings game on the ice. When I say on the ice, I mean on the ice right next to the
I can't
Rangers that are
deal with
playing.
any more coldness.
Oh God.
Oh. No, okay. I'll explain. Maybe I'll
Yes,
do a
you
pass.
can for another day.
I'll
Oh my
explain.
God.
I'll do a pass for the Kings game, but I don't ever drink excessively, but I do think that um the holiday season, it's just natural that you
Drink a lot.
accidentally drink more and you go to more holiday parties and there's Thanksgiving and then there's Christmas and there's New Year's and it's just a lot. And
Hmm.
I always feel really good when I don't drink. And I remember I used to do this, I do it at least once a year. I just pick a different month. And so I said, you know what? I'm gonna do January just to see how far I can get. And if I break it, I'm not gonna beat myself up because I probably will. But I just want to try it.
I don't disagree with you because I have been drinking a
A lot.
a lot here. Like
Yeah.
on random days that last night I had 2 glasses of wine with mom. Why? We were doing a
No,
puzzle.
but that's adulting. I think as you get older, you just have a drink with every meal because you
Everything.
can. Because
Mhm.
you can. But yeah, and it's not a resolution that I made for New Year's, which by the way, I hate keeping New Year's resolutions because one, making a goal that long term to carry for an entire year is impossible. I can barely remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. How am I supposed to remember a resolution I made? Actually, Sophia, I'll ask you this right now. Do you remember? I'm pretty sure we shared our resolutions like 2 episodes ago. Do you
Yeah.
remember what yours was?
To walk in the room with confidence.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it was literally
good.
like to walk into, yeah, to never like go into a room not feeling the night that we went to that one club. Remember how I was like super confident? I've held
Yeah.
that actually, I'll be honest.
I can't even remember mine.
See, that's the thing. You have to make it super simple. And I also think you can start New Year's resolutions whenever you want. Start it
That's
now.
true.
If you guys were like, I forgot what it was, what are you feeling right now? After the countdown just hit, what was the first thing you thought of that you wanted to do? That's your New Year's resolution.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Fair. Anyway, you coming back to LA, right?
Yes.
I have
And I'm
to, I
so
have
excited. We have to have, I have someone to talk about with you. Since I've been here, stuff has gone on.
Oh my, see, that's what's so crazy. I love when we do spend some time apart because then it's just the ultimate reunion when we come back together.
I know.
But something else that's very exciting that Sophia and I are doing very soon in the future is we are moving out of the broken townhouse.
Wait, guys, everyone is probably thinking, didn't you just move in?
The answer is yes.
Yes. We did just move
Actually,
in.
yes.
Actually, yes, we did just move in. But as we were saying and complaining 800 times to y'all, it's just really a bad place. It's just, by the way, also, it's not safe. Everything breaks down.
I'll tell you what my final straw was. As if the roaches weren't enough, as if the ceiling leaks weren't enough, as
The
if the
carbon monoxide.
monoxide wasn't enough. I will tell you the straw that broke the camel's back.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to heat up French toast in the microwave. And guess what happened to the microwave? It exploded!
It exploded.
Exploded.
Aye.
Microwave's kaput.
Well,
Now how
you heard it here, folks.
No, but like I'm done. I'm good.
No, it's a pain. And especially since it hasn't even been a full year and nothing is working. And you guys, we're not even complaining. Like, we haven't even included all of the leaks with an S, like in every single room that pops up once a month. The black water that comes out of our faucets. Like, you guys think
the
we're living the mold.
Half the outlets don't work.
I think people think that we live in like some super nice place that we're just like spending whatever. No. We definitely chose this place and it's just not working anymore. So we're moving out.
We're building character with this place.
We are
we're
building
moving
character.
out. But Sophie and I decided that we should get 2 one-bedrooms next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she was so on board with that in the beginning.
Okay. Well, I just like living with you and I think it's fun waking up in the morning and we just have our little coffee talk. But since you've kind of been talking about it more, I think it actually does make sense because you and I, we don't want to live apart, but we think that it would be better since we, as we say, eat, sleep, live, like we are super codependent on each other. And she has a boyfriend now, to have some space and decorate our own place and start to kind of, like you need that time. Like I like to wake up super early in the morning. You know what you're gonna miss out on?
Your coffee?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will be waking up every morning early to turn it on for you.
You're gonna walk over to my place, make it,
No.
and then leave.
Oh, wait, that's the thing is, you guys, you think we're moving like away? We're living on the same floor next to each other.
2 feet apart.
I'm actually so excited for that. I think it's be cool. You said you made a vision board, right?
I've already started decorating it. I'm so excited. I already know exactly what I want. I picked out all of my furniture already. I'm so excited. I don't know.
No, it's
I
exciting. It's like another chapter. It's something to look forward to for this new
But
year.
you've actually never lived alone, that's right? You've never lived alone.
Um, Not alone. Like I've lived
No,
with another room, but no, I lived like
no, you've had
downtown.
roommates.
I've had roommates, but most of the time, like my roommates would never be there. So
No, I
it was
mean
like I
like
was living alone. But I haven't actually had an apartment, no, alone.
zero.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no. I've never done that. You did that in New York for a year.
I think you'll like it.
I'm excited. I actually think I'll like it because also you're near me, so it's not gonna be that bad.
Yeah.
But it'll be cool to see what our styles are when we start to decorate and
What
stuff.
what's something that you're gonna definitely not miss living with me?
Hmm. Hmm. Um, Probably I won't miss you complaining that I spill coffee grinds everywhere, and you're like, "Did you take out the trash? Did you do this? Did you do this?" Like you think I don't do anything. Like you just don't
You
see me do
don't.
it. I do. I do. You don't take out the trash every single time. You think it just randomly is filled and like empty, whatever. What about me?
I knew mine right away.
Oh.
I won't miss. Okay, Sophia, I don't know why you do this, but say if I'm grabbing a rice cake or a date or a snack or whatever, you always rip it in half and then leave the other half in the bag. And
Oh
so
yeah,
like
I
I'm like
do
I don't
that a
want
lot.
I'm like like what am I supposed to do with this
You
half-eaten
ignore
rice
it and
cake?
you
This
you,
Yeah,
you ignore it. That's
but then I have
mine.
to like take that one out to get the one underneath and put that one back in.
Okay, Sistine, that's not that hard. You just take it out and you put it
Eat
back in.
rice cake.
Sometimes I don't want the whole
Cake.
rice cake or the whole date. Okay, well, no, it's fine. I'm excited to move out and live near you, not with you. Okay, actually, I wanted to bring this up because I read about this in the New York Post and I wrote this down. Actually, wait. You said you sat next to someone on the plane. Do you want to get into that?
Oh my God, I forgot about this. Yeah, you guys know that I just am such a fan of weirdos on planes, and I always sit next to the good ones. And of course, I sat next to another kook on a plane, little kooky guy. Uh, so I was on my way to Sun Valley, and luckily it was a very short flight.
Hmm.
And I sit next to this guy, and
Also,
he
how the
had
fact you got home, you were able to get a flight home is
I
impressive.
know every flight was canceled. That was
Yeah.
mostly Aspen.
Hmm.
This guy had, I kid you not, the world's smallest dog. I've never seen a dog so small in my entire life. I've eaten a burrito bigger than this dog. It was so tiny and it was really, really cute. And they're like, "Oh, do you want to hold it?" And I was like, "No, I'm afraid." I always get nervous when I hold people's small dogs and babies because my first reaction is I'm going to drop it. So
Hmm.
I don't want to be responsible. So I'm like, "Oh, no, it's okay. I'll just pet it." And then he starts like smelling the dog's paws, but really going like taking a whiff, like, and he goes,
What do you
"Ah,"
mean?
like smelling it, like I was doing that, and I was like, okay, interesting. And he goes, "Oh my God, it smells so good. Puppy paw smells so good. Smell the dog's paws. Smell them."
You're joking.
No, it gets better. I go, "What?" He goes, "No, smell how good that my dog's paws are. Like they smell so good." And I was like, "No, it's fine. No, smell them."
Nope. Mm-mm.
I
You didn't do
smelled
it.
the paws.
What is wrong with you?
Wait,
You're
do you want to
just
see
as
a
creepy
picture?
as the man. You're
I
not
smelled
any
the.
better than
I.
him.
How do you say no?
You say
I
no,
can't.
thank you.
Wait, I'll show you right now.
Oh
For people
God,
that think I'm
Sistine.
lying,
I believe you, but I don't understand why.
look at the
Uh,
paws.
yeah, Sistine, was it everything you wanted and more?
I'm not gonna lie. The paws smelled horrible.
You're so gross. Probably he was stepping in his own shit or something.
No, it was not good. I was like, what?
Ew,
Anyway,
ew, ew. Okay.
another
Well,
tale.
I wanted to tell this because the reason why I brought this up and I read it, I was like, I feel like I do this a lot when it comes to, we always like to talk about dating, but I read about this article about what millennials are doing this upcoming year. And it's a new dating trend, and it is called hardballing. So it was made popular by Gen Z, and that means it's probably like 24, 25 and younger. And it involves a lot of maybe hurting and like truth telling and early dumpings. So basically, what you do is you tell them basically instantly what you're looking for in the relationship, whether it's, hi, this is me, I want to fling, or hi, I'm looking for marriage probably the next 5 years. And if you're aligned, great. If you're not aligned, out, cut out. So it's just if your match doesn't play, like if it isn't aligned with theirs, then it's an instant goodbye. It's called hardballing. So basically, Gen Zs are like being very upfront about what they want in a
Oh,
relationship. They're not wasting any time. And if
okay, so
it's
this,
not the same, cut.
okay, so it's not a dating show or an app or anything. This is
No, no,
literally
no.
just a
It's a
way of
type of
thinking.
dating. Yes, no, it's a new dating trend. It's just called hardballing. So if I went up to a guy and I said, I want kids in the next 5 years. I want to get married. That's my goal. I'm not looking for something easy. I'm looking for something long term. And
Yeah.
if they say, oh, yeah, I want something long term, but I'm not looking for kids, out instantly. You don't even give it a chance to say, oh, maybe it might work out. Even if it probably you guys are compatible personality wise or
See,
humor or whatever.
I
So, what do you
I
think
think
about that?
that well, okay. See, it's interesting because you know how people say that like women sort of have a timeline they have to go by, and
Mm-hmm.
the longer that you wait to, for example, get pregnant, the higher risk you are. Uh, and so I think that that's good if you're a certain age and window that you're actually looking for a husband or a family or whatever it is. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe you like for me right now, hardballing seems way too harsh and it's gonna crush my little ego and would make me really sad because I don't want to know someone's opinion of me that severely. But if I
It's not,
was
I think you're misreading what it is. It's
no,
not
no, no,
someone
but
giving their
listen, if I
opinion on
was
you.
no, like no,
You,
no, for example, say if you're like, I want kids, and they're like, no, F kids, I don't want that. You'd be like, well, what the hell? Like, you, you know?
no, I would say, okay, then we're not a match.
But see, what I'm saying is, if I was maybe 29, I would love to, do this hardball dating because then I know for fact what I'm getting. Because sometimes dating is fun right now. You get to figure out and you get to find compromises, and differences are good too.
I agree, but I completely disagree at the same time. And this is
How
probably
does that
why
make sense?
it makes sense because basically, for me, I would say you're considered Gen Z, and this is like younger kids doing it. They're not older. If I want something that's simple and I want to fling, I'm going to make it known that this is a fling. I'm not going to waste time and let this person think that because what if you were going out with a guy and you said to him that I want to fling and he thought the whole time that you wanted a relationship? That's shitty for you not to be upfront and tell him the truth that you were not looking for anything serious, or vice versa for him. Imagine if he was going on 8 dates with you and you had no idea that he was seeing 4 other people because he just wanted to fling, but you didn't. Look, I'm not saying that the approach is correct. I don't think you need to be first date like, these are my requirements. This is what I'm looking for. And if you don't have them, I'm out. I think that's a little bit immature and a little bit jumping the gun. But what I would say is, even at my, like, I'm only 25, like, I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that's not a fling. I'm looking for something that is a bit more substantial. So eventually, I would hope for on the third date, maybe to bring that up and say, okay, I hope you're on the same page with me here because I don't want to waste my time.
Uh, but you see, the problem is most guys that we go out with today, you ask them hard-hitting questions like that, and they immediately go into their hermit crab shell
Then they
and just,
are then they are immature and you shouldn't go out with them.
okay, Sophia, then you are the guinea pig. You start hardball dating
By
in
the way, Sistine,
2022.
When am I not hardball date?
You don't ask these questions.
I don't, but it's not, the point's not to like ask the questions like a psycho and go, if you're not this, it's more like you casually bring it up. If the guy is saying, oh, yeah, I'm not interested in marriage at all. I don't want to get married. I just want to travel the world and not have kids, which is totally fine. Totally fine. But it's good to know. And then that means, yeah, I don't want to do that. Or if that's like what you want to do, that's great. I think I do agree with you in some ways, but I feel like if you take a bit of hardballing in a way and kind of go, okay, I'm not going to lower my standards or change what I'm looking for a guy. You know what I'm saying? I think it's
Mm-hmm.
important because like imagine, I mean, you and your boyfriend, like you guys both went in with the same intention, the exact same one. How would you feel if you like went on a couple dates with them and then within like 2 months he was like, this wasn't supposed to be serious. It was supposed to be a fling.
Oh, I've been there. Let
Yeah,
me tell you,
exactly.
that hurt.
And it
That
sucks.
hurt.
It sucks. So I think that
Sucks.
2022, if y'all are hardballing, don't do it in an aggressive way. Be a little bit nicer about it. But I also think don't lower your standards and be upfront about what you want because, time is precious and you don't want to waste it dating someone that wasn't your match in the first place. And yeah, differences are good. But when it comes to the ground basis of like moral stuff and like whatever it is that are deal breakers for you, then like, you know. So yeah,
Amen,
I thought it was,
sister.
thanks. I just thought that was interesting because I was reading a lot of 20-year-olds were doing that. And I was like, that's a little young to probably be doing that. But I guess I'm
One
not.
year old.
20-year-olds, not 1-year-olds. Do you say 1-year-olds?
21-year-olds?
Yeah, it says millennials are doing this. Gen
No,
Z, I mean.
I made a joke. You didn't get my joke.
No, I can't. Oh, you were glitchy for a second, so I couldn't hear you.
Stop, yeah.
So speaking of dating, I was watching the news with mom yesterday, and I wanted to bring this up because it was really sad, but it was really kind of like a good thing to think about, and it kind of
Mm-hmm.
puts life into perspective. So basically, in Times Square, this mom puts her daughter's dating profile in the middle of everything, and it's using this. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
No, but I would die.
Imagine it's like meet my daughter. I forgot her name, but Chloe. She is 25. She loves this. It's in the middle of Times Square. This mom puts it up. It's using this dating app called
No.
Wingman. The Wingman CEO put it up for the mom. So it's all over. It's blasted everywhere. And so I was watching this. I was like, Mom, if you ever did that, I would kill you. I would kill you. And we continued watching. And it was really sad because the mom goes on to explain, saying, I had cancer and it came back and it's in my bones now. And so my daughter is trying to find someone to marry so that I can walk her down the aisle. And so the CEO of Wingman put it up for the mom
Oh
so
my
it
God,
can
I'm
be
gonna
like
cry.
I know. So the mom is like gonna pass away soon, and so the mom was saying on the thing like, all I want to do is see my daughter go down the aisle, and I want to do it before I pass away. And
Mm.
so I was like literally tearing up. Mom was tearing up, and it was so um sweet and sad, and you can just see their bond, and it reminded me of us and our mom, and I don't know, it just kind of shows you like it puts things in perspective for a hot second. It's hard to be like live every day to your last or whatever, but oh God, heartstrings. It's like,
It really shows too that everyone wants to find love and everyone really wants to be loved. As
mm-hmm.
much as people don't want to admit it. And that just shows the daughter wants to find someone and the mom wants her daughter to be in love. And like
Yeah. Well, you know what she
that's
said?
what
She
it's all
said,
about.
no, that's funny you said that because the two things she said was she's like, I want to see my daughter walk down the aisle and I want to know that my daughter's happy with someone good before I pass away.
Oh,
Sistine, she's like, all I want to do is go and know my daughter is with someone that's good and is making her happy. I lost it. Mom, of course, lost it.
you know, hearing stuff like that, although it really puts a horrible ball in my throat, it really is important to listen to stories like these because although it is really hard to hear stories like that, and as much as it makes you want to cry and um, share it with your friends and there pass it on. It really is important to look inward and look at your own life and see how lucky you are and that, you're healthy and you have family that loves you, you have friends that love you. And that girl is very lucky. She has a daughter, a mom that really loves her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, that is just,
I
why would you
know.
share that? Why would you share that with me?
Well, I just feel like sorry, I know, Sistine. I know. I just heard it and I thought like I mean, yeah, you were right. Everyone wants is I mean, not everyone, but I feel like a lot of people want to find love and be in love and all that stuff. And I look at mom when we were talking and I was thinking, yeah, it's really hard every single day to wake up with this idea that if tomorrow was my last day, like, what would I be doing? I mean, because life
Hmm.
is hard. We're going to have our ups and downs. You're going to wake up sad. You're going to wake up happy. You're going to wake up hungover, not hungover, whatever it is. But it's really important to kind of take a step back and go, okay, if I was her and I only had a few months, what are the things that are so important right now? If you guys are going to go into 2022 with any perspective or mindset, go into it kind of like that, saying, okay, I want to find good people around me. I want to have a really great job and be happy with my life and have positivity and great friends and memories or whatever it is that makes you happy. But I just hope this mom and daughter find the guy that she's been looking for and that they have this wedding and I get to see it all live because
Me
I want to be
too.
there.
Amen.
Right? Amen. Want,
Amen.
want to go
Should we
into unsolicited
do,
advice?
yeah, let's do unsolicited. So this person said, this is a funny question. What is something that absolutely frightened you as a kid? Ooh, something that
I know.
absolutely frightened you as a
That's
kid.
easy.
Oh, can I guess yours and you can guess mine?
Yeah.
Coraline.
That was one of them. Yeah.
Okay. Something that frightened you. Clown,
Yeah,
obviously.
well, I'll tell
The
you
clown
when we went to
killer.
yeah, the clown killer. That story of John Quincy, I don't know what his name was. But yeah, clowns are not my thing. Anything that involved clowns. When I went to Circus Soleil as a kid, that stuff was not my thing. A clown came up to me and touched my face, and that was the moment I decided I have it out for clowns. I will run, I will hide, I will jump in the water, and I will lose my shit. So yep,
I
that's
wanted
not
to be
it.
a clown for Halloween just to freak you
I
out.
would I wouldn't talk to you. I wouldn't talk to you.
Um,
What would be, I feel well, I know your fear is full like deep water, thalassophobia. You can't see what's underneath.
Thalassophobia. Yes,
But I feel like your
as
fear,
a kid.
you like scary movies though. So there's not a lot of things that really scare you. Like you loved the Nightmare Before Christmas, that really creepy guy that's full of bugs. You know that
Yeah, Jack Skellington.
you love him.
What scared me as a kid? The movie Monster House freaked me out.
I can't tell you. I don't know what it
And
is.
Pan's Labyrinth freaked me out. Oh,
Fair.
Jumanji. But the original
That
Jumanji really
yes,
scared me.
that's
Yeah.
so funny. It scared me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it
And
was horrifying.
and American Horror Story uh season 1.
Sistine, want to hear
Yeah.
that?
Those are
I
my
think
those
you and
three.
I were together during this, and this is a
Hmm.
funny story. We were at our cousin's house, and it was the first episode of the first season of American
Yeah.
Horror Story, and we are in their like little movie room, and we're laying down as kids. It's probably late at night. We're having our little milkshakes, and the scene that pops up that I will never forget that you and I didn't sleep for like days after watching this was when the nurse was tied up and her face was down on the couch and the guy was just stabbing her over and over in the back.
Yeah, I watched it recently and I was like, oh, it's not that scary.
It probably wasn't that scary, but when we watched it
No.
originally, we were freaked out. And I think we were younger.
But I'll tell you this, if you guys watch Pan's Labyrinth today, DM me and let me know if it scares you because it's
Oh
still
God.
that gives me such nightmares. I mean, the guy with the eyeballs on the hands,
I
oh,
mean,
it's
it's
just too
twisted.
much.
I don't like anything
So
like that where they
twisted.
can't see you and they hear you. Well, I am coming home soon and I cannot wait to see you. It's
Oh,
gonna
I
be so
can't wait
much
to see
fun
you
catching up.
too.
And you guys, we actually have an idea. Mom and dad are coming back to LA soon, which is really exciting. Maybe we do a mom dad episode where we do a couple's questions for them.
I think that sounds like a brilliant idea, Sophia.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to Unwaxed Podcast. And yes, this is the last time you'll see us doing a Zoom like this. It's always going to be together next time, so do not
Very
worry.
nostalgic, by the way.
I know. This is really nostalgic.
Super weird. Super weird.
Super
but yes,
weird. Okay.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode. We promise we will see you next Tuesday. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Listen on all those platforms. Follow us on Unwaxed Podcast on Instagram, TikTok.
Comment. Leave us reviews. That helps us a lot.
Yes, and if you want your unsolicited advice answered, make sure you go to the Apple Podcast page. Leave your question in the ratings and review section. Give us 5 stars. We love you so much. Thank you so much, you guys, for listening. We will see you next Tuesday.
Bye.